The jewelry company Pandora out with earnings. I'm joined now by Scott Berger. He is president of Pandora Americas. Nice to see you here.
Thanks a lot for having me.
You are a company based overseas, and your earnings report is very global, actually, when you look at it. Revenue up 40% in 2015. It's not going to grow as fast in 2016. The market a little disappointed by that, even though it's hard to imagine those growth rates continue.
Right.
But what are you seeing in the U.S. in terms of your sales outlook for 2016? How are you feeling, especially since some of us are getting a little worried about the economy?
Yeah, I mean, we had strong momentum through Q4, as I'm sure you saw. In U.S. dollars, we were up 17% against the same quarter last year. And so we felt like we had great momentum going into the year. And of course, guidance was, you know, in the 14% range for the globe, and you know, we feel like we're poised to deliver on that.
So it is almost Valentine's Day, a big holiday for jewelry. I would think it's probably one of the biggest after Christmas. What are you seeing in terms of early indications about what your customers are gravitating to? I saw last year rings were apparently very big.
Yeah, rings have been a great growth story for us over the last couple years. We have an Expressions of Love collection that is obviously a focus point over the Valentine's Day holiday. Also, gift sets are always very appealing to our male customers who may be in a hurry or doing something at the last minute. Yeah, it takes a lot of the thinking out of the way.
How do you keep a brand like Pandora relevant? It's very interesting how people were very much seized on it, became very popular. So what do you do to try to keep that image going?
Mm-hmm. I think for us, you know, we grew up as a charm and bracelet brand. I think last year we announced a relationship with Disney, so that was something new and exciting. And then, you know, 20% of the category represents 80% of our business. So wow. We love the fact that there's 80% that's virtually untapped, and the momentum we have in the ring category really positions us well to capitalize on that.
Are your sales channels more successful depending on what country you're in, whether it's in stores, standalone, within another store, online?
You know, our CEO likes to point out that wherever we go, we happen to be successful, and I think that that's right. You know, we intentionally keep the distribution decisions very close to the consumers, and so we really determine that based on where consumers buy in a given market.
There's been so much focus on what's happening with commodity prices. What are you seeing in terms of your input costs in the jewelry business now? Well,
we're fully hedged for the year, so I think we feel very good about that. And we also manufacture all of our jewelry in company-owned factories in Thailand. So owning the value chain, I think, gives us a competitive advantage there. So the commodities will affect us all.
What has turned out to be the best method of free advertising for you? Is it something online? Is it a celebrity wearing a Pandora piece of jewelry? What seems to resonate a little bit more than you hoped?
I'm a little old school there. I love word of mouth, you know. I mean, there's nothing better than a consumer that loves your product talking about it. And so I think, you know, we look at the fact that we're highly recommended by women who own our products, and I believe they're our best advocates.
Do you think you're in the sweet spot in terms of pricing?
Yep, affordable luxury is a great place to be.
And do you see your pricing changing at all?
No, we like it. We think it's a competitive advantage, and we think it positions us to really attract a very broad demographic of consumers.
It's funny, I was just going to ask you what your demographics looks like currently. What's kind of your age range and most popular buyers?
Yeah, so traditionally we were kind of in that 35 to 49 space. Rings and leather have really allowed us to connect with a younger demographic. So, you know, we've trended down to about 18 years and up now, and I think the product assortment really lends itself to people at different stages of their lives.
Kind of a bigger picture question for you. There was a lot of chatter about the death of shopping centers and some of the struggles we know that department stores are having. Do you think that's overplayed, or are we seeing the consumer want to shop differently and want to have a different experience?
My take on malls are the great malls are doing well. And we've been very selective, so we have not gotten out over our skis in terms of the number of stores that we've opened and those types of things. So I think we're in great malls, and the key is you just want to be one of the destinations people are going to. I mean, they certainly are using the online channel to do a lot of their homework before they walk into a mall. So the key when you're in a mall is just being one of the stores that they decide they want to go to.
Will you be opening new stores in the U.S. this year?
Yes.
Do you have a number on that?
No, we guided at 250 stores for the globe.
I saw that, yeah.
And we will open some stores in the U.S., Canada too, and Brazil's a fast-growing area for the Americas.
Well, Scott Berger, it's been great chatting with you.
Thanks a lot for having me.
I'm Rhonda Schaffler for The Street.